let's talk about Black Ops 6 Zombies, the latest game from Treyarch. This game overall, I am actually really happy with it. And I know the game has only been out, well, today's the 30th. I know today, I was just thinking to myself, I'll do a video on this because it's actually quite interesting. I'm overall happy with Black Ops 6, and I know it's only been out for 5 days, less than a week, and I'm already jizzing all over it. But, it depends on what kind of, circumstances and what kind of sections you like about the game, which will, help you do that. So, obviously, I'm a Zombies player. Ish. I don't mind multiplayer, but I don't really like it very much. And the reason I don't really like it is because it's already quite a bit sweaty and toxic, and that's, to be honest, I need to stop complaining about that because, let's be honest, I think with every COD in some way, shape or form, that is always an occurring feature. That's why I've just kind of stuck with Zombies and, all of this good stuff. And one thing I like about this Zombies is Treyarch have actually brought back some things which I think are really, really interesting. So I'll give you a proud example. Obviously ray guns back, all of that. I must say the ray gun is not as good as it was in Cold War. Now, I want to also make it clear that this might be because of my augments for some perks which could change the way it shoots. Maybe there's an augment which could make it an even more rapid fire gun. I don't know. Might be able to. I don't know. But my experience with the ray gun's quite different and can differ from anyone else. But the ray gun on here packs a good bloody punch, I'll tell you that. Pack 1, 2 and 3, it packs a good punch and is strong. I say it was the same strength as in Cold War. The only difference is the fire rate is so slow. I don't know why it is. And I don't know why they would buff it in that way. I would have just put the damage down than just lower the fire rate. It would take around the whole magazine on round 30 odd to kill an abomination, which you wouldn't really expect that from the ray guns we've known over the years, which does kind of upset me. But there's also things in the game which kind of bring back or help that feature. So for instance, the jet gun was absolutely shit in Black Ops 2 Transit. I believe it was rated the worst wonder weapon in Zombies history, and the Zombies history is, let me tell you something, massive, with the jet gun, and it was rated the worst. But I hate to break it to you, lads, no? I think it's now the best, but that's just my opinion. Looking at gameplay of this thing, or what I'm being able to get it from the box, I'm honestly amazed by how much it's improved. I wouldn't even say the reload time is nowhere near as long as it was in Black Ops 2. The thing is, I believe you couldn't pack-a-punch it in Black Ops 2? I know there was a pack-a-punch in Black Ops 2 Transit, but I can't remember if you could, pack-a-punch the weapon, the jet gun from them, I don't know. But you have the 3 pack-a-punch levels for the gun in this Zombies, and all levels are absolutely disgusting. On round 20, without a pack-a-punch, or at least a pack-a-punch 1, the gun, or whatever it is, it's absolutely incredible. It's such a good gun. And that's what I like what they've done. They've actually bought an old piece of shit back, and basically improved it, buffed it, and it's now actually usable in a very fun way. So that's what I like about it. Another thing I like about COD here is I don't know how to describe it, but the continuation of the Darkkeeper story. Most people, I don't think, really care for the storyline, and until Cold War, Black Ops Cold War, I was the same, and I never really gave a toss about it. But after Cold War, I was just hooked onto the story all of a sudden. And I was watching videos about how the Ether came around, how this all started, Edward Richtofen and all that. And when people saw that Liberty Falls cinematic and Terminus cinematic with Richtofen in it, the amount of people who are OG zombie fans for the story at least would have probably lost their shit and were probably hyped as shit. When I saw it, I was quite hyped as well, but I would class myself as new to zombies still, because I didn't play Cold War when it came out. It came out 5, 6 years ago. I didn't play it on release. I only played it like 2 years ago, and I'll show you this. This is how much I actually enjoyed Cold War, to the point where I played it for a whole 2.5 maybe years, and by the end of it I was like Prestige 8 level 280 without even knowing, and I was only playing the zombies. I never played the multiplayer. The only time I played multiplayer is when me and my mates would just go in there and piss around in a private lobby and just kill each other. I'd never go into a public match though. I never did. It was only zombies. And that just kind of shows how much I enjoyed Cold War. And that's why I decided to give Black Ops 6 a go. So, another thing I want to say is, why should people give Black Ops 6 a go? Because there has been people kind of dissing it, especially when the August 28th live reaction where people went to Treyarch to be able to play the zombies maps. People's reactions to it, like on video on YouTube, were like not the best, and people had their doubts about the game. There's a few things what I want to say as to why I think you should give this a go, and who I think personally would love this game if some of you haven't had it yet. So, I'll say this: number one, it's Treyarch. Treyarch are known for bringing out good games, okay? Treyarch are just known for that. They revived the zombies with Cold War, in my opinion, after Black Ops 4. Although Black Ops 4 was not the worst, Cold War definitely saved it, in my opinion. And number two, it's been in the work actually since Cold War, believe it or not. I'll show you at the end of this video as to why that is and how I know that is, but it's been in the work for over 5 years, which is not really a thing you see with Call of Duty games. I'll give you a proud example. I believe MW2, MW3 came out a year apart, which, isn't really enough time to make major improvements. But here's a little scene from Cold War, and this is when I was absolutely sweating it. This is where I started doing all the Easter eggs and all that because I was so hooked onto the storyline. Obviously, this scene takes place after, this map, Forsaken, takes place before the Terminus map on Cold War. So that's why I went back and played this, and this is where the story has kind of got me hooked on, to be honest. So this is what I really do enjoy about it. And, this is why I don't call myself an OG COD Zombies player, because this is where I properly got into the mood, into the feel of zombies. So, this is why I think, personally, if you enjoyed Cold War, you're going to love this. You're going to love Black Ops 6 if you loved Cold War. And I loved Cold War, and I love Black Ops 6. So here's this little cutscene, obviously, at the very end cutscene of Black Ops Cold War Zombies. And I kind of just let it play out for itself, but this is that guy with the hood over him, is Peck, and he's pointing to the Terminus Island right there. You'll also be able to tell he'll also have the eye patch on, and you can kind of match him with how he looks in Terminus. And, this is where he was going to go and pick up all the people, like Weaver and all that, and that's kind of where we play as from there. So, that's going to be it for this video. Basically, this is just my overview of Black Ops 6 Zombies at the moment. I really like it, and I'm proud of Treyarch for actually changing some things that the community would like. So, that's my view of it. I can't wait for more, and that's all I have to say. Anyways, thank you all for watching. I know it's different, it's not a GTA video, but a COD video, so... Anyways, take care lads, I'll see you in a bit.